EricaNewGirl with Resident Evil 5. I don't think we're very into EricaNewGirl, actually. Huh. Let's set this up. EricaNewGirl, okay. Was that the right one? Yep, EricaNewGirl. Just get the raid created. Interesting V2 model.
Yeah, I just don't like the way the formula is, that's all.
And let's all go and say hi to her. Okay. Love you all.
The village is usually never this quiet. The only thing to do today is too much during the day, so I couldn't sleep at night. Too much during the day, so I couldn't sleep at night, and it was noisy outside. Everyone was talking mysterious voices in the middle of the village. Oh, the gaming archaeologist. Hello, welcome on in. Oh my gosh, it's been a minute, friend. Welcome on in. Welcome back. How are you doing? How was Max Gentleman Sexy Business? Max Gentleman Sexy Business. I think I might know that game, but the name doesn't ring a bell. Is that like one of those like visual novel type games? Good, good, very sexy, excellent.
Lots of gentlemen business.
Up to its moniker. Welcome on in. If you're just meeting me for the first time, I'm EricaNewGirl. I'm a queer trans woman, she, her pronouns. And yes, do not adjust your TV sets. I am a dolphin. I am a dolphin VTuber. Why? Because I hate dolphins in reality, but people keep trolling me about dolphins. So I finally succumbed to the pressure, the peer pressure, and just said, I'm gonna be a dolphin now. I'm gonna be a dolphin with lots of gentlemen and business. Wow, that sounds so incredible. We like to have a fun time here. We can be lewd but not rude. If you do things without consent, you will get booed, so treat each other kindly. Don't do anything. You can be weird but not that kind of weird. It's more of a management game, however. You can date numerous different characters regardless of gender. I think my friend Fiery Ash has actually played this game a while ago. I'm pretty sure I watched her play this game. It sounds really, really familiar. Or rather, presented gender. Sounds like a fun time. Sounds like a fun time. I'm in the middle of a Resident Evil marathon. We raised money for charity this past month for Game On to End Lupus in May. We raised $3,224.69. Nice. For Lupus Foundation of America, which triggered this Resident Evil marathon. It's just of the main titles 1 through 8. No Code Veronica, no Revelations, no RE0, none of that. Just strictly 1 through 8. And we just started 5 today. This is my first time playing 5. 5 and 6 are the only ones in the franchise I haven't played. So I speedrun 7, and I'm 19th in the world on that one. So I do love this franchise, even though I've never played 5 and 6. And I'm enjoying getting to know the rest of the titles that I hadn't played before this marathon. Less excited about this particular installation in the series, but you know, I'm still giving it a try, trying to give it a go. I remember streaming this game, it was a lot of fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm just a little uncomfortable with like shooting black African folk ad nauseum. It feels a little kind of gross to me, but you know, I'm giving it a chance. I'm gonna continue playing it and all that jazz. 5 I'm not much a fan of, however. I feel that 6 is underrated. It's interesting because a lot of people were like, number 4 is my favorite, and when I finished 4, I was like, it's okay. 4 was fine. It was fine. You know, it was fine. But obviously because I've played Resident Evil 7 over 700 times, over 600 hours, and it's kind of my favorite, not gonna lie, but you know, to each their own. I'm not gonna say any of these games are inherently bad, although this one is definitely making a case with this setting that it's in. I won't, if one of these is your favorite, like, so be it. I'm not here to convince you otherwise. You You know, what I love about this franchise is that chances are, if you have a particular favorite genre you like to play, probably one of the titles in this franchise is probably for you then. I'd argue 5 personally out of that list. Initially there were arguments of to giving it a chance, however, when actually playing it, well, yeah, that's something I find cool as well. Yeah, there's just a lot to process with this one. Lots to process, and who knows? And maybe it'll get better in terms of not solely killing black people for hours, but we'll see. We'll see. I personally really liked 6, despite making fans hating it. You know, I know nothing about 6 at this point. I have seen people play this one. Now that I'm playing it, I'm like, I have seen speedrunners. I've played with a lot of different RE speedrunners, and so I know I've seen the speedrun for this game, at least a chunk of it, but I don't know this one or 6 like at all. Couldn't even tell you vaguely what happened in them, other than because of 8, I know something about Chris Redfield punching boulders. That's about all I can tell you. You are not alone. I love 6. The Orby liked 6. You know, and that's fine. Everyone's entitled to like what they like, dislike what they dislike. I just don't get in the habit of yucking other people's yums. I know there's a chunk of people who hate RE7. I could point to a million reasons why RE7 is so good, and why it helped revitalize the franchise, and it single-handedly, literally exploded the speedrunning community for this franchise completely. But there's people who just don't like 7. You know, the fact that they switched to first person, the fact that they switched to Ethan, who had nothing to do with the series beforehand, so on and so forth. There's people who just don't like 7 and 8, so be it. Me hating a game doesn't make someone's love for it invalid. Exactly, true. I love punching boulders. Excellent. Yeah, I'm gonna get back into playing this game. Thank you for sharing your community with us, gaming. I'm sure you probably have to get some food or do some post-scrim stuff. So, like, if you need to slip away to lurk, don't. That's cool. Everyone, if you're not following me, if you haven't followed Gaming Archaeologist, please consider go check out that content and you know, represent the community well. We love supporting one another, so go. Run forth, children, and follow each other. I like 7 in VR, but I found it too short, and the first person not in VR wasn't the best way to go, in my opinion. 7 too short. That's interesting to me, because I feel like 8 was shorter than 7 on my first playthrough. I feel like...
Possibly,
I mean, the first time I played 3, the remake, I beat that in 4 hours. And my second playthrough for this marathon, I beat 3 in under 3 hours. So I feel like, you know, and I've seen RE1 and 2 both be beaten in less than an hour, again, by speedrunners, but so it's interesting, you know.
Yep.
I think 7 has a lot of content comparatively to some of the titles in this. I felt like 4 was a little too long. Sounds good, gaming. Again, thank you for the raid. I hope you have a good one. Schlaf gut, au revoir, bonne nuit, arrivederci, auf Wiedersehen, good night, goodbye, goodbye. Alright, let's continue on.